Bruno nodded and felt quite pleased as he assumed that he would finally be given an explanation for why they had all been forced to leave their comfortable home and come to this terrible place, which must have been the greatest wrong ever committed to him in his short life. So now, with the words of the teachers, he felt that maybe I'll be getting the explanation of why we had to leave our home and we have to shift to a new place suddenly. Sitting alone in his room a few days later, Bruno started thinking about all the things he liked to do at home that he hadn't been able to do since he had come out with. Most of them came about because he no longer had any friends to play with. But there was one thing that he was able to do on his own. He had done it all the time in Berlin, and that was exploring. So, like a few days later, he was sitting in his room and he was thinking about all the things he liked to do. And one of his most favorite things were exploring. When I was a child, Bruno said to himself, I used to enjoy exploring. I have never really done any exploring here. Perhaps it's time to start. Bruno jumped off his bed and rummaged in his wardrobe for an overcoat and an old pair of boots, the kind of clothes he thought a real explorer might wear, and prepared to leave the house. So he wore his clothes, an overcoat and a pair of boots, and he left the house to explore the surroundings. For months now, Bruno had been looking out of his bedroom window at the garden and the bench with the plaque on it, the tall fence, and the wooden telegraph poles, and all the other things he had written to grandmother about in his recent letter. And as often as he had watched the people, all the different kinds of people in their stripped pajamas, it had never really occurred to him to wonder what was it all about. So there were a lot of things. He used to sit in his bedroom and look out of the window, like the fence, the poles, and a bench with a bronze plate was there on the bench, and it was something was written, so which he had never seen and all. So now he thought it is time now to go and explore all those things. He had seen people in the camps, like far away in their striped pajamas and all. From uh, it was as if for another city entirely, the people all living and working together side by side with the house where he lived. And were they really so different? All the people in the camp wore the same clothes, those pajamas, and they stripped cloth caps too. And all the people who wandered through his house wore uniforms with bright red and black armbands and carried guns and always looked terribly stern, as if it were all very important really and no one should think otherwise. He used to think that the life in this side of the fence and at that side of the fence, is it really so different? Like here there were soldiers wandering, and that side there were people wearing same clothes, like striped caps and striped pajamas. So he used to think what it is, what exactly was the difference, he wondered to himself, and who decided which people wore striped pajamas and which people wore the uniforms? As a child, he used to think, who is deciding all these things? Of course, sometimes the two groups mixed. He had often seen the people from his side of the fence on the other side, and it was clear that they were in charge. So he had seen the people wearing soldiers uniform that side of the fence, and it was clear that people on this side were the in charge, and people wearing the stripped pajamas and caps, they were some kind of prisoners or something. The pajama people all jumped to attention whenever the soldiers approached, and sometimes they fell to the ground, and sometimes they didn't even get up and had to be carried away. He never knew what was happening. Like when soldiers go there, why some people fell to the ground and they had to be carried away. As a child, he didn't knew. Maybe these Nazi people were killing those Jews people in the camp. It's funny that I have never wondered about those people, Bruno thought. And it's funny that when you think of all the times the soldiers go over there, and he had even seen father go over there on many occasions, that none of the striped pajama people had ever been invited back to the house. He now today he was thinking and he wondered that I have never like seen my father and the soldiers go that side, but people of that side never come here. Leaving the house, Bruno went round the back and looked up towards his bedroom window. He looked as far to his right as he could see, that and the tall fence seemed to carry on in the sunlight, and he was glad that it did, because it meant that he didn't know what was up ahead, and he could walk and find out, and that was what exploration was all about after all. So he felt that it's good that I don't know what is on that side of the fence exactly, because now I am out, I'll be going and I'll be seeing it myself, and I'll see what is exploring all about. Before heading off in that direction, though, there was one final thing to investigate, and that was the bench. All these months he had been looking at it and staring at the plaque from a distance and calling it the bench with the plaque. But he still had no idea what it said. Looking left and right to make sure that no one was coming, he ran over to it and squinted as he read the words. It was only a small bronze plaque, and Bruno read it quietly to himself. So he just squinted means उसने टेढ़ी आंखें करके इधर उधर देखा that nobody is coming, and he started reading what was written on the bench. Presented on the occasion of the opening off. He hesitated. Out with camp, he continued, stumbling over the name as usual. June 1940. He read what was written on the plaque. It was written, presented on the occasion of opening of Auschwitz camp. It was, yes, when the camp was opened, maybe this plate was presented to somebody to his father, presented by somebody to his father. He reached out and touched it for a moment, and the bronze was very cold. So he pulled his fingers away before taking a deep breath and beginning his journey. The one thing Bruno tried not to think about was that he had been told on countless occasions by both mother and father that he was not allowed to walk in this direction, that he was not allowed anywhere near the fence or the camp, and most particularly that exploration was banned at Outwith, with no exception. So when he started his journey of exploration, the nearby things, he didn't thought about one thing, that mother and father have strictly told him not to explore here anything, not to go, with no exceptions. With no exceptions means whether anything happens, kuch bhi ho jaye, he was not allowed to go outside and explore.